Hello everyone, and welcome back to another Hearthstone deck spotlight. My name is Tommy Wave, and today we'll be taking a look at JumpywizardHS's Dead Man's Hand Warrior. We have played a whole bunch of Warrior this expansion. We've played Dead Man's Hand, we've played Control, we've played odd variants of all of those things except Dead Man's Hand, because you can't. And it's proved to be both a strong archetype, but also a really fun archetype to play. I think if you're a real control head, if you love that old school, grind them out, fatigue them out control, then Dead Man's Hand Warrior is the deck for you. You're probably playing it already and don't need me to tell you. Now, I wanted to check out JumpywizardHS's list because I think it's doing a lot of really interesting things, and a lot of things that would often be dismissed during deck creation. What JumpyWizard has kind of got here is a lot of the really cute synergies that you can include in a lot of warrior decks. These are things like Cornered Sentry, Dry Whiskerer Armor. Give your opponent a bunch of tokens, gain a bunch of armor, clear away the tokens with a whirlwind effect, or set yourself up for a good brawl. They've also got Weapons Project and, in this case, Harrison Jones, which we've seen as another kind of interesting synergy that you can run in here. As well as, a lot of interesting one-ofs, like one-of Militia Commander, which I've never seen in these style of decks. We've got the Tech Iron Beacal. We've got the one-of Azalina Soul Thief in here as well. We've got both of the Death Knights. But all of these cards kind of come at a cost when you are building decks. And JumpyWizard has had to cut some of the cards that I think a lot of people would consider uncuttable. We've got only one Shield Slam. One Shield Slam, what? We've only got one Blood Razor. Oh my gosh, one Blood Razor, one Dynamatic, one Super Collider, no Gorehowl in here either. So I really wanted to check this deck out because I think that's one of the... when we start looking at decks, if you started looking at Tempo Mage and you started cutting the fireballs from Tempo Mage, that's a big like, whoa, what are you doing? But it's often really important that we actually investigate, that we do play these things out, because we might find that, hey, maybe that second Shield Slam was actually not as good as another option. Maybe we were relying too much on Blood Razor, and instead we can, by having more 2-drops with the Cornered Sentry, Dry Whiskerer Armor, we actually don't need it. Although I highly doubt that, because Blood Razor, following up a Cornered Sentry with a Blood Razor is a very good feeling. But yeah, so this is going to be a very experimental kind of testing here. We're going to play some games. We're going to be paying attention to the deck as a whole, seeing what we can do. Maybe having all of these diverse threats, a phrase that I love, having all these diverse threats in a fatigue style deck is going to really help us out in the long run. But without further ado, we'll jump into some games. Let's get those wins. Okay, we're here against the Warlock. Dry Whiskerer Armor, probably going to be a good keep against Zoo. Super Collider could be a good keep both against Zoo and potentially against Super Collider versus even Warlock. Maybe we're better off going a bit deeper, trying to find our Execute or our Shield Slam in that case, but yeah. With just the one Blood Razor in there. Blood Razor is a card that is really, really sick against Zoo Warlocks, so...
We have turned our curse into our strength.
We do have the Execute, so... we can maybe land a Dry Whiskerer on 2 and use it to get some damage on a giant. Wood Reed. Diverse threats. The Tommy Wave story. Oh, we got the combo. So I'm just gonna play this Dry Whiskerer Armor in case they have the Oh. No, we'll just armor up. Anime_Cure finally caught a stream. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Did you come over here from YouTube? Thank you everyone for making Anime_Cure feel welcome in the chat. Anime_Cure, what you been playing? What you been up to? What have you been doing? What you been playing? frag leg. Heading off, no worries. Thanks for joining us. Pleasure to catch you. So this gives us the option next turn of playing Harrison to break this Gear Blade. We could play Ziliax to trade in somewhere. Love your vids on warrior decks. Well, you've come in at the right time. Been having much luck because of your videos. Thank you. Which warrior deck have you been playing recently?
That belongs in a museum.
Dong. Well, we've got one of the dead man's hands. Hopefully, they extend a little bit more into this. Do have both brawls, so we can use one brawl maybe over the next couple of turns and save the other one for the Gul'dan. We will have to use a brawl to kill these drakes as well. Maybe we just go for Dr. Boom here. Then next turn we can Cornered Sentry. Cornered Sentry Brawl. Nice little raptors. Yeah, Temporal Eddy, that's what's up. I'm trying to push rush minions into it. Yeah. I mean, if you're playing a budget version of things, unfortunately it can be quite tough to get the rush minions in there.
Nice little raptors.
Nice. Get out of here, Raptor. Alright. Now this is where things get interesting. Do they have a giant? Or two? Two giants would be very brutal. But we got an execute for one.
Bubblies and yummy.
Bubblies?
Pitiful.
Hooked Reaver. Super Collider off the top. Super Collider off the top. How unfortunate. No need to rush these bad boys in there. I'm sorry, AK, we had to do it. This card's too strong. That final ding ding when you leave the correct creature is so appropriate. Yeah. It's also got to be so tilting, right? If you're, when you get brawled. Like, they have one creature, you have six, they brawl, their one lives, you're just like... Ugh. Table. In the air. Your apologies fall on deaf ears. No, AK, please. I love you. Resolve the frozen wastes. Rise. Ooh, we can even zap someone. Hello, hello, hello. Frank Walker from National Tiles. I guess it's a reference that not many people would get. So for those of you who... It's just a stupid ad from Australia. I think it's Australia-wide. I guess National Tiles makes sense. Just some goofy guy who, like...
I wonder.
Talks about tiles. Owns a place that sells tiles. They sell them cheap. His name's Frank Walker. Aussie meta, yeah. I'm sure everywhere has that. Like, I'm sure there are, like, regional jokes from America that are, like, state-based. Oh, hell far away, friend.
This curse has become our greatest strength.
Ooh. Yes, please.
Light the fuses!
We won't extend too much into this, I don't think. We still want to keep our hand nice and thick for Dead Man's Hand. Okay, both Hellfires down, one Defile down.
Magic shall not save you.
It's a very loose Spellbreaker.
Unity. Precision.
I guess we could have
Primitive.
Eternium over it and magnetized there, gain the extra 2 armor. Just a little thing. We'll keep the Super Collide out at home. America doesn't have jokes. We're too busy reposting angry things on Facebook. Oh, Australians have that too, don't worry about it. It's true. Very true. I've definitely, like, the way that I use Facebook and Twitter and everything has changed so much. Mechathune, you say? Shuffle a bunch of Mechathunes into our deck. We can take 8 here. They've only got one more Mountain Giant left, and then Gul'dan as the threats. So, we'll see what happens. Blaine Buzzier _14. Hey Tommy, how are you? I'm very good, very good. Thank you for joining us. We're playing some Dead Man's Hand Warrior. Dread!
Shields up!
Oh, that's interesting. Something I didn't notice was that this deck has no Omega assemblies. I guess we will Dead Man's Hand, then Warpath, because we want to put a Warpath into our deck. Yeah, welcome to the chat. Hopefully you're having an excellent Friday or end of Thursday, depending on where you are. What have you been playing? What have you been up to? How have you been feeling? Let me know. Thank you everyone for welcoming Blame to the chat. Yeah, we're playing this really interesting Dead Man's Hand Warrior list that is kind of excluding a couple of cards that I don't think many people would expect to be excluded from such a list.
This was sent in by Morgan Davey. Keep away, Morgan Davey. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, Streamlabs still not working. Let me just let me show you. I'm not sure who just followed then. I'm sure it was Blaine. Thank you for the follow. Unfortunately, my Streamlabs is just not having fun today. I think the latest XSplit update may have ruined it. Of course, the Dread Infernals. Oh, of course, the Swamp Things.
Pitiful mortal.
Shields up.
Hopefully we can draw a brawl, because I imagine our opponent is just holding up for our brawl. I guess we can Dead Man's Hand now, get another brawl in the deck. Maybe Ironbeak Owl. No, we want a Blast Shield.
Okay, then.
Unfortunately, we do shuffle another Mechathune into our deck, which is maybe not the greatest. I guess it does have Rush, right? So, we got to play next turn. We can just rush and kill this, but I assume our opponent snaps off the Gul'dan here. Off the top?
I'm almost out of cards.
Is it the last card in the deck? That was a bad ding ding. Don't you ding ding me? Yeah, that was a pretty bad ding ding there. There's the last Mountain Gigante. I guess we just gotta go for the big boy. That's a whole bunch of sound you're making there. Mechathune. Yeah. So we need Brawl off the top, and probably for our Mechathune to live. No, that ain't it. That ain't it at all.
Nice little raptors.
Are they nice raptors, though? Are they nice? They're not nice at all.
Self-destruct!
Unfortunately, couldn't keep up with our opponent there. They had the right threats at the right time. But I still think we made some correct decisions. But we'll see you in the next one. Okay, up against the Hunter here. Definitely keeping the Eternium Rover. I think we'll actually keep the Dynamatic as well, maybe? Or the Harrison Jones. I think we can keep one of these. I think I'll keep the Dynamatic. I think this card really does a number on a lot of Hunter decks, other than certain Death Rattle Hunter boards. Immediately regretting not keeping the Harrison, but that's fine. The dog needs to go out. Get that dog out. Gotta go. No worries. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for hanging out, Blaine. Get some state wavies for you.
I move quickly.
Ooh. Oh, the sick 1-2. The sick 1-2. Give him some raptors. Bash some raptors. How can we possibly lose? Did our opponent not have a 1-drop and then tracking on 2 that was already in their hand? It's an interesting one. Would Weapons Project fit in a Rush Warrior deck? I don't think so. Don't think so. I think Weapons Project is almost strictly a control card. It functions both as a little bit of weapons removal in some matchups. Like if our opponent, you know, goes Eaglehorn Bow, just slams it right now, we have the option of like Weapons Projecting to destroy it, give them a worse weapon. Also, generally, you know, Rush Warrior, your minions are going to be battling. They're probably going to take some damage. giving your opponent a weapon, especially if they're a class that doesn't usually have weapons, might actually allow them to trade better for your board, if that makes sense. So I would say probably not weapons project. You know, you've already got Woodcutter's Axe on 2 anyway. If you really want more weapons, you know, you've got Fiery War Axe. Most rush lists playing Blood Razor anyway. The card basically pushes the game longer for both players. You need to ensure that you're the slower deck in order to take full advantage. Boom. Temporal Eddy with the knowledge. Off the top of the dome. Smart. Ooh. See, now we can go for the weapons project to get our own trade here. I think that's fine. Especially we've got this sentry up, so we should be... Let's gain a little bit of tempo here. Our opponent could be on Death Rattle, could be on a weird mid-range build. I don't think we typically see Stitch Tracker in mid-range. Could be some boar control. I hope it's boar control. I think that deck destroys us. We give them all the time in the world to get their pigs up. Okay, what's going on? Flanking battle. Yeah, we'll get a militia commander. Looks pretty good here. Make sure we have one charge left. We're fine losing the last charge if we need to play an emergency Super Collider. I am imagining this Super Collider is going to do some work this game. Especially if they're like a big Death Rattle deck or something like that. Anime Cure, I'm a new player, but I managed to pull a golden Dr. Boom. I assume you mean the new Dr. Boom, not the old one. And I've been trying to find the best deck for him on a budget. Right. It is a good pull, and that's a sick gold to have. Okay, so this is some form of Death Rattle.
Light the fuses!
So it does make our shield slam a little bit worse next turn. The best deck for a Dr. Boom, and if you're... I'd assume you don't have other, like, big legendaries to kind of support it. I mean, you could just play, like, a mid-range warrior, any mid-range warrior list and just top out with Dr. Boom, because he makes for a pretty reasonable late-game card, especially with Omega Assemblies and stuff. Like, we played a list like that last week, right? Where it was like mid-rangey Omega Assemblies to finish the game off, but it was still pretty budget, so it didn't have Dr. Boom or anything. Or Ziliax or anything. Get out of here. Get out of here with that weak Devil's Or garbage. Oh, just imagine just 2 Devil's Ors just slamming them together at the speed of light. Ugh. That's what we just did. That's my headcanon for Super Collider. Slamming dinosaurs together. See if we can make a tiny black hole. It'll be great. My favorite deck to use is a budget Tess Klepto deck I found on there. Just input the cards you want. A bunch of people put up budget lists. Yeah. There are some... Hearthstone actually has a budget section now. I've been meaning to kind of explore it a bit more and try and figure out what its filters are. Like, what does it define a budget deck as?
Quickly.
Great. So it looks like our opponent's going to give us a little bit of breathing room. So we'll just Defender. This is another deck where we have to be aware of how many threats our opponent has. We have to be aware that they could have cards like Carnivorous Cube, which we only have Ironbeak Owl to deal with. But if they do, like, we're going to give them a lot of time to potentially set up like a, you know, minion, cube, play dead, or something like that. That's how Angora Crater was formed, by a Super Collider colliding two Devil's Oars. I mean, that's canon now. Oh, boo. I'm gonna have to collide some more dinosaurs. At least they're setting it up, so we're not gonna get it easy. We'll probably have to go shield block, shield slam something. Probably shield slam this one. Set it up so that we can get the guaranteed collision. Colliding, no. Colliding, no. Nothing can stop me. Strong und shiny. You think I can be defeated by positioning? Not today. Thanks guys for the help. I gotta go see you next stream. No worries, Anime Cure. We'll definitely see you next stream. Thanks for popping by. Thanks for jumping on the Discord and stuff. I'll see you very soon. I hope you have a fantastic weekend. A fantastic rest of the day wherever you are. Let's get those stay wavies going on. Feeling the love today, friends. Feeling the love, especially on Twitter. National Coming Out Day. Lots and lots of love. I actually haven't played around too much with the Netherstormy Boomsday board. Ooh. Alright, hopefully we can find Dr. Boom or even Scourgelord Garrosh sometime soon, because we are running thin on options. Coming Out Day aligning with Mental Health Week is A+++. Agree. What? Disagree. Disagree, King Crush. What you doing here? Feeling the love because I'm here? Of course, because everyone's here. Everyone, all the people who have come by the chat and who have stuck around are all lovely people. Every single one. That's right. Especially you, the one who's listening right now. And all the fam over on YouTube as well. Y'all just beautiful people. It's the fam on YouTube who, like, I post a video up, like I immediately publish it, and as I'm writing out like the post on Hearthstone, I'll go back and the video is maybe only viewed like 10 times, but it's already got 5 likes. I'm like, y'all the real MVPs.
Truth is found.
Can't be talking to me. I am talking to you, Biazzle. Come on. Give me the good stuff. Give me that Dr. Boom. Close. Alright. So our opponent's still going to have Katharina Winterwisp. They've got another Witchwood Grizzly. They probably have some number of cubes. Some number of Spider Bams, I would say. Especially with King Crush in here, we have to assume it's the big version. As opposed to the more like mid-rangey Death Rattle version. How many brawls are in your deck right now? 0 in the deck. We could fix that problem. I think we'll we will try and go for the double Dead Man's Hand, at least off the first one. Does our opponent have the second Candle Shot? They also haven't played any Hunter's Marks. No Hunter's Marks, both Flanking Strikes, no Rexar. That's probably the main reason we need to hit the double Dead Man's Hand, because Rexar will allow our opponent to survive well into the late game. Ooh, Unity, Precision.
Unity, precision, perfection.
Perfection. Though, admittedly, if we just Dead Man's Hand now, we're still four cards ahead of our opponent. And like, other than the coin, 2 brawls, an execute, and a warpath is an excellent selection of cards to shuffle in. So maybe we'll wait until our opponent gives us a reason to kind of play one of these cards, and we'll Dead Man's Hand before it. What happened to Recruit Hunter that pushed it so far out of the meta? Or Recruit Hunter and Death Rattle Hunter kind of just... They just... kind of became one. You started seeing more like the core of Death Rattle Hunter, where it's like Spider Bomb, Devil's Or Egg, Play Dead, Terrascale Man.
Precision.
Oh no! Their Unity and Precision is much better than ours. Oh, play another minion, please. So that core is just really good, and you can really add to it what you will. So, a lot of people chose to add like a kind of recruity package. Recruity package. That's what I said. You heard me. I think we'll just armor up here. Let our opponent extend onto the board a bit more if they want to. Yeah, so Recruit Hunter just kind of melded with Death Rattle Hunter. That kind of late game Katharina Winterwisp, Witchwood Grizzly, King Crush, Devil's Or. This could be the version that doesn't play the charged Devil's Or though. Sure. Rewarded for our patience.
Nice little raptors.
We're obviously not too concerned at our opponent gaining 1,000,000 life or anything like that. Now this deck does have the slight issue of running both of the Death Knights, both of the hero cards, Garrosh and Dr. Boom. So if we do draw Dr. Boom first, we should consider Dead Man's handing it back into the deck so we can play Boom. When we draw the Garrosh, we can play Garrosh, then we can turn back into Boom. The pressure of Super Collider here is so insane. I agree. Our opponent's having a real tough time, and they've used a lot of resources.
Clever.
They still have 2 Playdeads though, so I'm kind of vibing that they're going to go for like a bit of a combo, maybe with the aforementioned cubes. That's what we got these brawls for, you know. We still got Ziliax? No. This Reaver is a bit weak, but we might try and combine it with a Brawl. you know, increase our odds a little bit. Especially if our opponent has something like Giggling Inventor, they might feel a bit safe playing Giggling Inventor onto the board, knowing that the Super Collider can't easily deal with everything. Alright, it begins. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards in that deck. But it does mean our opponent's only doing 5, or I guess 3 a turn, as opposed to 5 a turn with the other hero power. Whew. Whew. There he is. There's the boy. So we will Dead Man's Hand first, I think. So let's coin Dead Man's Hand. I guess we couldn't have done this. We can't have played Dr. Boom, gotten the hero power off, and also not shuffled the coin into our deck. Yeah, that's the one thing we definitely don't want to do, is shuffle a coin into our deck. In fact, if this was what was going to happen, we should have played the Eternium Rover first, because we don't want to shuffle that back into the deck. So if we lose because we draw an Eternium Rover when we needed to draw, like, you know, any other card in the deck, then that's why. But we got the Delivery Drone first up, which is really good. Whilst our opponent's kind of in a low pressure situation. See what they follow up with. Maybe they're like holding a cube here because they want us to play into it. That doesn't happen. Oh my gosh. It's huge. Alright. Give me a whammy. Security Rover is, in fact, a whammy. Could have gone for the Spring Rocket there, but I think just having an actual kind of threat is pretty important, as opposed to just a body. This thing with Dr. Boom is just... well. I mean, we can deal our opponent 15 damage. Do we just do it? And we threaten to deal him another 15 with the other Warpath?
Time for a master plan.
Master plan. Does it have anything else? No. And this thing doesn't have taunt, so... Alright, we're doing it. We're dealing our opponent 15. Munch. Munch.
Oh, I love that fuse thing.
Alright, opponent. It's another 3 damage. Oh my gosh. What are they going to do? And another one. Oh god. I'm glad some people liked that. The bats. Oh yeah, if we got the triple bots, that would have been sick. What's our opponent going to do here? This is a pretty important play. If they have the cubes, this is like... If they want to go cube, play dead, oh, we just kill them with a Warpath, right? Do it. Do it. Oh, this is going to be the best. Cube that Hydra. Come on, chat. Say it with me. Let's Cube. That. Hydra. Draw the other warpath. Okay, so we can kill this with a bunch of warpaths and attacking it into the grizzly. I think we want to do that.
Okay then.
So much damage. Valera says, cube that Hydra. I always do. We've dealt quite a lot of damage with warpaths over the last couple of turns. Ooh, we got bodies. They're at 2, they are. I mean, they took a lot of damage. Maybe we can Azalina and like rip a kill command out of their hand. Talk about a beast backfiring. I mean, hey, they took it. They knew that we had potentially 4 warpaths in our deck. Let's see if they take the second one. They're like, nah. No way they shuffled more warpaths into their deck. Slam! It's like Stone Tusk Boar plus Bittertide Hydra. Crunch! Oh no.
My pack will hunt you down.
Oh, also no. Snowfoot. Right. We could just be dead here. Ooh, we did get the blast shield though. Hero power and warpath clears at least. Which hero power do we have? The 3 damage one? Oh yeah, we could have done that, but I kind of want to save this warpath. It seems pretty valuable over the next couple of turns. But yeah, you're right, maybe we should have gone for... Oh no. Do I get a thing? Maybe I get a thing. There it is. There it is. Well, another brawl. Ding ding ding.
I'm almost out of cards.
Almost. I mean, if they've ripped a charge off of any of these, then you got to deal 6 this turn. So plenty of things that we're dead to. The triple brawl. No! Stone Tusk Boar Mookla. Unfortunate. And we could have gone for Warpath last turn. We could have Warpath 4 times and Blast Shielded, so they're just left with the cube. Maybe that was a bit safer. Oh well, these things happen. Alright. against another hunter.
Or death.
Not really vibing any of these. Especially Warpath early doesn't really do a lot. Lots of learns. Yeah, that last game was really good. Sweet. Like this hand. We can break that candle shot with our weapons project. Yeah. That 1-2 punch. Turning him over into cornered sentry is really good. I like this little interaction. Whoa, our opponent shredding. Stereosonic must be coming up soon, lads, because Rexa is getting shredded. More Australiana for you. Stereosonic is a music festival. Got lots of typically very attractive and fit people go to.
Run for it!
Run for it! I think we'll definitely try and coin out this Scourge Lord Garrosh. Wow, that's pretty dangerous. Guess we can execute both of these. Is that good though? We can weapons project and trade.
I wonder.
No, I think we gotta kill them. If we just get so ravaged if our opponent has a cube. I can imagine that's maybe what they were trying to set up. Just gonna play this one cool. Spider bomb. Well, we can kill this. This does 5, this will do the remaining 2. But then we've got a weapon that we're probably just going to replace. I guess that's fine. Might be able to hold off for a turn. Is this the same opponent or just the same deck? But it could be a different deck. Like I said, there's like a solid core of Death Rattle Hunter. Dara's the kill. There's a solid core of Death Rattle Hunter that it's pretty ubiquitous.
Nice little raptors.
We are very low on resources right here. I think these are definitely games where we can lose, where we're forced to kind of where we don't get the warpaths and the brawls to trade really efficiently. Oh, crunch. That big mossy boy. Take some pain to clear this, and if our opponent has any weapon removal, we get savagely dunked. Oh, the sound of a savage dunking. Okay. That's okay. We're still in here. Still going strong. This boy starts throwing kill commands at my face. I think we're not in a good position. Damn, Dead Man's Hand, you savage. Ooh, Savannah High Main. Cube? No, plated. The Super Collider. See, I think our only hope is that they somehow horridly extend into our Super Collider.
Truth is found in death.
To the very end. To the bitter end. Just let me smash some more dinosaurs into each other, into themselves. Got that kill command? It seems worse for us than just dying on the spot. Yes! We did it. We're very dead. Oh well.
I choose death.
Let's take a look at the deck. Kind of see what was working and what wasn't working for us. So, I guess one of the main things is that it really... I think we did miss the second Shield Slam and the second Blood Razor. I think we really did. There were definitely a lot of situations where I think these cards would have allowed us to, you know, against the Warlock, give us another single targeted removal, which is really important. Blood Razor against a lot of those mid-range decks is very good at setting up excellent trades. I mean, we saw how much work, you know, the Super Collider did, you know, and Blood Razor is just a smaller version of that, slightly earlier on the curve. Iron Beak Owl was never really too useful. Weapons Project and Harrison was fine, but you know, we didn't really hit a matchup where it was super duper relevant. You know, we didn't hit any druids trying to do Twig of the World tree shenanigans or anything like that. So as far as the top end goes, we never really saw Azalina, so we can't comment on that, though it is important in some matchups. So I think this is a fine one to include, but I think if we were going to maybe try and do some more laddering with a Dead Man's Hand style of deck, I'd want to make sure that we can really shore up the early game as much as possible. I think we'd cut, you know, maybe one of these cute, I think Weapons Project Harrison is probably the cutest of them. This Iron Beak Owl didn't really do much, and this gives us room for the second Shield Slam, the second Blood Razor. We could even cut this Militia Commander, even though I think it's pretty interesting. And I would probably, no, I'd keep the Azalina in for a little bit, but it means we could play potentially another threat, like, you know, we could play Lich King, which I think is very good in this style of deck. Another just big threat that your opponent has to answer. We can chuck in the second Dynamatic, as I think Dynamatic does a lot of what Militia Commander does anyway, but has some synergies with our Dr. Boom. And then, yeah, kind of experiment with that. That's where I'd start. So let me know what you think in the comments section below if you are watching on YouTube. If you're watching this over on Hearthstone, leave a lovely thoughtful comment on the deck. Big shout out to JumpywizardHS for this one, for trying something a little bit different and for doing well with it. If you are watching on YouTube as well, all the links for my social are down below in the description. You can jump over on Twitter. That's the best place to catch me, at Tommy_Wave, as you can see right here, or on the Tommy Wave Discord, the Wave Pool, which you can get the link to right down there. So until next time, stay safe and stay wavy. Bye.